It's a couple weeks later and this is still sitting on my desk, and I have been going back and forth as to what to post this week. It's one of these weeks, I guess, where I am feeling a little uninspired, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I still want to be creative in some way. So none of the colors that I was looking at really did it for me. So I figured I would just pull this guy out and see if I can do something with it. I also ordered some pens, some new pens, and it came in this cute little baggie. They are fine liners, but they're sepia color. And I will list them down below. I just received them. It says pigment ink, light fast, waterproof, fade proof. So that's promising. And I felt that this color scheme would be really great for these. So let's just see what we have. It come in a lot of different sizes. So the smallest one is 005. I should say 0.05. So, oh yes, 0.05. And then we have, I'm looking for the 1 or the 0, what do I say? The 0.1. 0.1. And then 0.2. Holding it, 0.3. 0.4. 0.5. 0.8. Do they not make a 7, a 6, 7? I guess not. And then I have the 1, nice and chunky. And then we have, what's this one? Oh, I like these. They have a fine, like a pointy tip, but the tip is soft. So, you know, you can go from fine to, I guess it's nice for like calligraphy. I like these ones. What's the extra small? Oh, and that's the a little bit finer. The little bit finer tip. So small and extra small. You see it? And then I have brush medium and brush small. See? There we go. So that's the small, and then, ooh yeah, thick. So don't think I'll be using these guys, but color wise, they're good. And this is a great background to use these. So I'm going to do the 01, or I mean the 0.1, and we're just gonna start doodling. I just realized I jumped right in this video, haven't I? I haven't even said hello to you all. How are you? Happy Friday. Happy weekend. I hope you're all doing well. And thank you for joining me for this week's video. So who would have thought that I would pull this background out after I proclaimed that I probably was going to use it but was not going to film it in a couple weeks back in that video. So you just never know with me. It's one more reason if you needed yet another one to keep watching my videos. So I have to say that the background was still a little bit uninteresting. So you will see me later on use some gold to just splatter it on the background, just so that I can have a little bit more, especially in that darker area, a little bit more interest. And I am not going to lie, I was sitting there for quite a while staring at it after a few failed, and I put that in air quotes, attempts to come up with something fun and interesting for this week's video. So I'm taking a stick instead of a brush because this is actual ink that you would use for calligraphy, I think. So yeah, it says it on the bottle too, it's calligraphy ink. So yes, it is ink, and I didn't want to put it on one of my brushes, so I used the stick that I keep on my desk to do mark makings and things like that, and I used that and I dipped it in and I splattered it on, and that seemed to do the trick. So now I have a few more things that I can outline and play with, and I feel like it needed a little something in that area. And as I am using these pens, I am pleasantly surprised. I had very, very low hopes for these to actually work and for the color to be okay, but I really like them. And so if you want to check them out, I will have them posted in the description box down below, with a link that will take you to Amazon and where you can go check them out. So yeah, they go on smooth. They work really well on the bee paper that I used for this one, and I am going to keep using them. I like that they're not black. They're darker, but you can tell that it is a brown and not a black. So if you were looking for a pen that gives just a little bit more softness to your doodling, go check them out. I really, really like them. I started looking for different pens a couple weeks back, and one of you suggested the gray micron pens. They come in 2 different shades of gray with a small variety of nib sizes. So I ordered those 2 and they came in as well. But I was really, really intrigued by the sepia ones because I like that brown, especially when you have warmer colors. Sometimes I'm looking for a pen that is not black, and these definitely do the trick. So I am mainly just using the 0.05 and the 1, and then I also use the one that I pointed out that I like, because especially when I do these lines here, I can push a little bit harder and get a thicker line, but then also continue straight away with a thinner line. And I really like that, and that's why I like these types of pens very much. But I am very happy that it also comes with a very thin tip so that I can start outlining and putting down my lines in that thinner line. I honestly didn't have very high hopes for this background when I first made it, and I'm sorry, I looked for the footage everywhere. I could not find it. Mind you, I also deleted quite a few things off of my desktop to just have more space on it, and I'm either must have deleted the footage or I never actually filmed myself. That is also a possibility. So I don't have it, and that's why today you're only getting the doodling part. But if you are curious as to how I create these backgrounds, gosh, I have so many videos with that footage, and the process is pretty much always the same. So if you're looking as to how I made the background, please go refer to one of my previous videos. So it's going really well, and I'm very excited that I was able to use this background, because it would have been a shame not to use it. Sometimes I just get stuck and I feel like I'm using the same colors, and then I use colors that I'm really not fond of, and I keep trying to bring variety to my backgrounds, and this week I just couldn't make it work. So that is another good idea, to keep hold of your backgrounds, because one week you're just not feeling them, and the next week, lo and behold, you create something fun with it. I hope this video was fun to watch regardless of the missing footage, and I am so happy that you came to join me this week. Please let me know if you made it all the way to the end of the video by putting your favorite emoji in the comment section, and also if you have something to say. I always look forward to hearing your thoughts and ideas. I hope you give these pens a try. If you do, let me know. I'm curious to hear what you think about them. For me, they get a 2 thumbs up, and I will definitely use them again in the future. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you next time.